Hey y'all, I'm Cindy. Welcome to Cindy Hart's Crochet Podcast, where we talk about crochet and crochet accessories. Today is Wednesday, May 28th, 2025. It's about 4:45 here in the afternoon in Birmingham, Alabama. And as you can see, I'm at work today. My shirt, got my uniform shirt on. So, how's everybody doing? I missed a week, but I had things going on. I would like to welcome my new subscribers. I have several this week, and welcome back to my returning subscribers. Thank you for hanging in here with me. I was at Renee's last week. As you all know, I had to go down for a colonoscopy. So Wednesday afternoon, I was kind of not in the mood for being on a video, if you know what I mean. It wasn't too bad. Everything went well. And Doc says he'd call me if anything didn't look good. But he sounded pretty happy with what the results. So we'll just stick with that, right? We'll just keep praying for the best. So today's Wednesday, which means it's Wednesday Wipeout, where we are doing a year of dishcloths, where we are crocheting a year of dishcloths. We're doing a new one each week that is hosted by Laura with Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming, and she draws a new dishcloth each week for us to make to show you next week. So it has been a lot of fun so far. There's been a couple that haven't exactly followed the instructions, or that it wasn't as fun as others maybe, but overall I've enjoyed doing this. It has really made this year fly though, because this week is week Well, I missed last week, so this week for me is week 35 and 36 reveal. And then she drew today for week 37, and we'll show you that one next Wednesday. So this book is by Annie's Crochet, and you can order it through Annie's Crochet, or I got mine through Amazon. So that I saved a couple of dollars and got my shipping in a day or two. No, I got next day shipping. Next day delivery, I believe. And I will put the link below in case you want to order yours through Amazon. I don't have a link to get you through Annie's, but I'm sure if you just go to anniescrochet.com, they will you will find a link to that one. But anyway, so yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and we're just zipping right through this year like nobody's business. The author of this book though is Maggie Weldon, and she has quite a few of her patterns in here. There's a few others, but the main one is Maggie. So we've done so many so far, but I think the only one I didn't do was Santa Claus, and I may go back and do him before all is done, before we're done with it. That's the only one I haven't totally done. And the popcorn one, I never did put the letters on it, but I may go back and do that too, because it's really cute, and I know it wouldn't take anything to do that. I have some gold yarn that's like a number 3. I think it's sugar wheel cotton. So it's a little bit thinner, so I may be able to do that and sew those letters on. So anyway, we'll show you now which ones I have done. The 2 I missed last week, which was week 35. And this is the one I heard Laura say that she probably wouldn't do it because it looked like John Deere. And I said, well, I probably wouldn't either, but then I ended up doing it. So anyway, it's called Sunflower in Circle. We're not really giving away a whole lot if we do show it. So there's that one. That's what it's supposed to look like. And so far, most of them I've tried to follow basically the same color scheme. This one called for a number 4 medium in dark green, gold and brown, using an H hook. I used an H hook on this one, and I didn't measure mine. But anyway, it is a design by Maggie Weldon, and so that's what it's supposed to look like. And this is what mine, I gotta put this book down. This is what mine looks like. So I used a little bit lighter green on mine, but I like the detail of the sunflower, the way it sticks up like that. You got my handy dandy 17 stitch, 17 chain hanging drying hook up there for you. So yeah, I do like the way that sticks up, and I think the middle is probably supposed to stick up better there was something about that middle that was a little confusing to me, and I don't know what it was. I don't remember now, but anyway, there it is. It's done. And it's pretty good size. And like I said, I did my 17 chain dry and hook. So this one is Sunflower in Circle. And the colors I used was Peaches and Cream. I hadn't used this yet, so I got to break into it this time. Peaches and Cream in Dark Taupe for the center. And then I think I got this at Walmart. Walmart still has pretty good prices on their Peaches and Cream, on their cotton. And then I used the Just Cotton, Premier Just Cotton from Dollar Tree. The green is Grass, and the yellow is Sunshine. So there's that one. And I did use an H hook on this one. So yeah, pretty sunflower. One of my favorite flowers. Sunflowers and magnolias, gladiolus, pretty much my most favorites. Buttercups. I like the simple flowers. I don't have to have roses and orchids. They're pretty, but I don't have to have them. I'm not that girl. So anyway, there's that one. So that one is Sunflower in Circle. So then that was week 35. And then week 36 was kind of different. Oops, that's fall. Don't want to push getting in that way. Although we won't be there. I think I heard Laura say today that we only had 6 summers left, and then we'll get into fall. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this one was called Retro Ripple. Retro Ripple. Now I did use, I did read the instructions, and I knew that it called for holding 2 number 10 cotton threads together, but I didn't really want to do that. I had no idea how huge it was going to be, but this Retro Ripple is by Carol Ballard, and skill level easy, and it was supposed to only be like 9 by 10.5 inches long. It says to use a size 10 crochet cotton in white, black, and red, and it suggested using an E 3.5 millimeter crochet hook, and I did have that, but I didn't want to use thread for a dishcloth. So anyway, this is what it's supposed to look like. Retro Ripple. And I used some of my favorite colors of the summer for mine. And y'all know what my favorite fruit of the summer is, right? Anybody that knows me, what is it? What is it? So I used my favorite fruit colors. Watermelon colors. And this thing is huge. You see how I did not put my hanging hook on this one, because look, this could be used for a drying towel, or just lay it out to dry your dishes on or something like that, dry your cups on or whatever. So this one's mine. Don't you love it? Doesn't this look like a watermelon rind, and the white and then juicy pink watermelon on the edge? Yeah, I used extra edges. Now I didn't use the dark green in here because I thought about it too late. I had already started on it, and I didn't cut the yarn each time it changed colors. I just carried it up the side because it was using it did have a border on it. But look how huge this thing is. I don't even have a measuring tape in here. Let's see, if this book though is 8.5 by 11, then this thing is probably 11 by 13, 10 by 13, because if that's 11, yeah, probably 10 by 13. And I think I didn't use, I cut the squares, I made it even numbers to use the colors. It used 3 colors, the red, white, and black, didn't it? I can't remember. Oh, well, anyway. But that's mine. And I used the dark green for the outer edge. But I enjoyed making this one. It was fun. I saw a couple of things I could have done differently to make it maybe shape a little better, but it's okay. And you could either use it for a huge dishcloth, or like I said, look how huge it is. You could hang it up and dry your hands on it. That's another thing I was thinking about doing. I was thinking about putting some kind of hanging loop on it, kind of gathering it and hanging it from my either refrigerator door or my stove, my oven door. But it's so pretty, I don't really want to scrunch it up like that. May put something on there like apron, I don't know really. If I change it, I will let you know. So there's that. And the colors I used were, I've almost finished one whole thing of the cotton cone, and I'm not sure where, I can't remember if I got it from Joann or somebody that had it on clearance one time, maybe Walmart, maybe Hobby Lobby, I'm not sure. So there's a white cotton that I have almost finished. And then the light green on this is hot green, which is a Lily sugar and cream. And it used a pretty good bit of it. This was brand new. And of course I found a piece of a ball as I was working on it. So this is hot green by Sugar and Cream. And the Sugar and Cream is a little bit larger, I think. I don't know. The Peaches and Cream is like 120 yards, although it seems like more. I guess it's because it's so thick. And then the Sugar and Cream is 120 yards. Well, okay, I guess because I'm used to working with these little Premier Just Cottons from Dollar Tree. But anyway, so there's that one. I used hot green, and I used that white, and then I used hot pink. This is actually Crafter's Secret from Hobby Lobby in hot pink. This skeins also 120 yards. That was new as well, so I used a lot of it. And I used a 4.5 hook on that. I didn't want to go down to a 4.0 because using cotton with a smaller hook is just a little crazy on my hands. So that was hot pink, hot green, white, and I'm going to have to get me another cone of this because I think now all I have is off-white. And this color, forest green, which is a Peaches and Cream in, yeah, it's 120 yards also. Peaches and Cream and forest green. So, yep. Those are my two. This is week 36. And like I say, I just wanted to do that in my favorite colors. I didn't want to really use red and black. Let's see. Oh, I couldn't remember. Okay, so it's supposed to just be black and white with a red border. And I did have the thread. I have the thread in those colors. I just didn't want to use thread for a dishcloth or an E-hook because the pattern I'm working on that uses like the C hook or something like that, uses like a little 2.25 or something like that, is enough for right now until I get that project finished. So anyway, that's that. And Laura did draw for week 37 this morning. So I have seen that video and already, I'm not sure that I'm going to use those colors, but I may use, I don't know, some other summery colors. I'm not sure yet, but I will let you know. So anyway, I will put Laura's link below where you can go watch her video and see which ones she drew out for us to make for next week. And if you are following along and making as well, doing the make along, please post your pictures in Cindy Hart's Crochet Podcast Facebook group. I will link, that link is always below in the description box. And you can see everybody's beautiful projects at the end of Laura's video where she has a pretty slideshow and shows everybody's beautiful work. And I love seeing it all. And thank you for joining me today. I do have a couple of other things. Oh, just so you know, I did get kind of going along with in the lines of my what I crocheted this week. Look, I got me a pillow. It was on clearance and I got it. Yeah. Love me some watermelons. I'm going to use this in my chair. Oh look, it doesn't have a pull tab. I'll have to put me something on there for a pull tab. Anyway, I'm gonna put this in behind my back from in my rocking chair where I crochet, and so it'll support my back a little bit when I catch myself slumping or whatever. But anyway, I hadn't even had a good watermelon yet. It was Memorial Day this weekend. Monday was Memorial Day here in the United States. And I didn't really... Oh, I went to a barbecue place. They cooked food here, but I didn't really want that. So I went to a barbecue place down the road that was really good, that I've always liked, and got me some barbecue. But I didn't get any... to me, Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day is all about summer holidays. Making ice cream in your ice cream freezer. And watermelon. So I didn't get to have those things. So I will have to catch up, won't I? Okay, well, thank you for joining me today for Wednesday Wipeout. Go watch Laura's video and watch everybody else's pretty makes. And I will see you in a couple of days with a couple of other things I'm working on. And let me know what you're working on, or post your pictures in the Cindy Harts Crochet podcast group. I appreciate it. Love y'all. Have a good evening. Bye.